Hey guys, it's Scott Fox from ExpertWebsiteReviews.com and ClickMillionaires.com MasterMinds. Today we've got a website review of EasyBuildYourOwnWebsite.com. This is a free review that Masterminds member Tanya has gotten because, well, she's a Masterminds member. She's also a featured member award winner thanks to all of her contributions to our forum and our community at Click Millionaires Masterminds. So thank you to Tanya for that and sharing your expertise with others. So today I'm going to talk about your site and follow up on the website tune-up community clinic that we recently ran in the Masterminds forum that's gotten you lots of helpful feedback from other members. I'm the cleanup hitter here, so let's see what we can do to clean up at EasyBuildYourOwnWebsite.com and help encourage sales for you, Tanya, as the owner of this business. So Easy Build Your Own Website is selling, obviously, easy build your own websites. Not a bad idea. In fact, I think it's a fabulous idea, Tanya. We've talked about this in the forum as well as on some of our Masterminds calls. I think this is a big and important positive shift for you and your business to get beyond just hosting and offer services like this. I think there's a really good market here, and I'm glad to see you on top of it with this service. So, given all that positive stuff, what can we do to pick on you a little bit and see what we can do to tighten up this site? Because I do think it needs some tightening up. But it's kind of hard to put your finger on it. I've been looking at the site for a while and trying to figure out what recommendations I could offer you, because the templates that you're using are obviously not quite as flexible or unfortunately quite as modern looking as I might have hoped. So let's see step by step what we think we can do to make this even more attractive and help encourage your sales. So my first big question is, you can see that this is actually filming outside the boundaries of what I'm filming. I'm filming at a 1280 width, I think, here. And so this is even wider, and I'm not sure it needs to be. You're not really using a lot of this space. I mean, it's nice to have some blank space, but the site feels a little bit... well, I don't know a better word. I don't want to be mean. It feels a little unprofessional. There's this kind of stuff just floating around. All these boxes are just square. There's no edges or drop shadows. There's some drop shadows on this. You see how nice the dub looks up there? That's obviously a professional sort of logo element. These other square bits just sitting here, they just accentuate that you have a lot of empty space. So I'm thinking maybe could you compress it and make the site come in to a more standard resolution? You're probably working on a widescreen monitor because you're a long-term web professional like me, but if you bring it in, I think that might help a little bit to sort of compress it and make it look a little more tight, I guess. My next big question is Facebook really this important? I don't know what your marketing plans are for all this, but this is a lot of real estate, and it's really very jarring visually. This white and blue kind of goes with things. I mean, it's better than if it was orange and pink, I guess, but you don't have enough activity going here. I mean, the comments here are from other Masterminds members, it looks like. Unless this is really happening, I don't think this is helpful to you. I think this is distracting. You want this site, when somebody comes in, you want them to look around and then buy something, not get lured away to Facebook. So I would pull this, and that again would give you another opportunity to bring the site in a little tighter so that people could focus. This should really be seen as a sales page. Not so much an information page as a sales page. You want to make an offer, convince them that it's good, and then have them buy something, right? Boom, boom, boom. So, lead off with a good, strong headline. Build your own professional website, easy and affordable. Okay, the copy is okay here, but I think this should come even before this picture. It's a cute picture. I get the idea. It's so easy a child could do it. Great. But it's not really selling anything. I think your graphics, you might want to spend a little money and get a real logo here or something that can make this look just a little more polished. The only really pro element on the page, like I said, is this www up here, which looks nice. But how about a logo for you? You also use this graphic a couple times. This is a very confusing graphic to me. It's bigger on one of the internal pages. Where was it? Getting started, maybe? No, not there. Packages. Is that where I saw it? Anyway, website. Sorry, now you got me. I'm hunting for it. There it is. This is a confusing graphic. It's a picture of a monitor. There's some purple, white, swirly stuff. Then it's green and blue, a check mark interrupting the words. I mean, you need a better graphic, flat out. And this is just, I don't know what it's trying to even say. No experience needed, I get that. But what's all this other stuff? Too many colors, too many concepts there. So I think you need a good logo that says, "This is easy, come buy this now," and use that liberally if you need to. You're a little reliant on stock photos, so I think some spending, I'm not talking $1 million here, and like this kind of stuff. This is clip art level, which gives me the idea, but it doesn't make me think this is a cutting edge company that I want to do business with, that I rely on to manage my technology. I think you've got to think about some graphics and spending, I'm talking like $100 or $200, and get a half a dozen key graphics for you that you can repeat over and over that emphasize the key concepts behind what you're offering, not just using stock photos. Then I also think if we're narrowing this down, you need to figure out what are you after. What's the hierarchy here? There's a main point, a sub point, and then some maybe third, tertiary, and fourth and fifth points. And organize it around this. This kid is cute, but there's too much space here. You've got to get to the point above the fold. And if you look at this the way I have it cropped right now, all I'm seeing really is a cute little boy with a laptop and just this little bit of copy. And that's decent copy, but if this is really your offer, I would spice up. This is just plain, I think this is Verdana maybe, a little plain text font, put in some graphics, spice it up a little. The video is probably fine. I didn't even have time to look at it actually, and a lot of people aren't, so you need to make your case not just in a video. This is a big point. 1,000 templates? Oh, it's 100. No, I think it's 1,000 actually, right? So that's a typo. Let's see some screenshots of good sites that have been built this way. Now, I know they're hidden under here, sample sites, right? But let's surface some of that. I want to see that. You've got to have a lot of the stuff on one page because this is a sales page. Here's some benefits. Okay, easy plugins. Okay, that's making sense to me. Quickly add. So this is small font. Each of these points is a good point, but they need to be put together in a box that says, bang, this is cool. Here's what's cool. Bullet points, check marks, a graphic, and just sell. Look at some sales pages that do this. And like expertwebsitereviews.com, not the best one in the world, but you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about graphically. Next, there's no email collector here. If people are interested, don't you want to get their email addresses? I think this is not the sort of thing you buy in one visit, right? So you need to offer them something, an ebook of tips, a discount on their first month, something like that. Get their list. Get your list going so that you can follow up with them. So sign up now, not found. That's not so good. Okay, you're obviously going to fix that. So that was this button here, and that was my next point. That's the only call to action I see here. You need to think about what's your call to action, and again, how about a colorful graphic? At a minimum, a nice add to cart button, but probably something a little sexier and more appropriate, like get started building your website easily right now, or something. That's too many words, obviously, but that's the point you want to be making here, and I think it needs to be made graphically. There's no call to action at all here, except this sign up now that doesn't work. And if you scroll down, no calls to action either. So that's the key point for you, all right? 2 points for sure, email collector and calls to action. Now, the way the screen grab is set up here, you can't see the bottom in the footer, but somebody said in the forum, and I totally agree, you've got Eldred Incorporated, easy build your own website using RV Site Builder, and Green Geeks, top local hosting. That's just way too much, confusing and scary. Okay, so I understand you want to disclose that stuff, but maybe that should be on an About Us page or something. I don't think you need any of that really at all, frankly. Copyright is not necessary. You don't even need to say that legally. All rights reserved, okay. I mean, it's not going to hurt you too bad, but the multiple business entities is confusing and scary. That does need to be changed, I'm sure of it. So, how's that? I'm picking on you pretty hard, I'm sorry, but I think you've got something here. I'd like you to spice it up. And I think you're close. You've obviously got something going. The demo is obviously the coolest thing on the site. The fact that you can actually build one right now is huge. So I would make a bigger deal of that on the homepage. Get rid of this thing, which I really don't like, and this demo, all these, again, fine information, but plain text, black on blue, not very compelling. Again, graphics would be better. A graphic here that said, try the super cool demo instantly, right now, click here, or something like that. Again, too many words because I'm making it up, but you get the idea. Some buttons that you can use over and over again. And really, this whole pitch, I think this should be on the homepage. You know, make the case that this is cool and easy and some benefits, and then right here, even above the fold, try it now. You can build a site right now. See how easy this is. It's amazing, right? Speaking of which, it's amazing. See this? Some social proof would be good, some testimonials. I know that's hard to do until you're really up and running and have customers. That's probably what you were thinking of with this Facebook stuff. But if you can get some people's faces that say, you know, I love this service, and here's a link to my website with the picture of them, I would put those would look really nice, maybe across the bottom of your page here or somewhere, or even as their own perhaps tab on the top menu. Now the getting started is the one that I would click on naturally, and I did that earlier. And you can see here again, you've got your stock photo in a simple square. Again, a nice graphic, but I've seen that graphic before. It's fairly typical. And obviously I'm a black belt at this stuff, right? So that doesn't mean you need to change it. I'm just saying, you know, I know that that's not a unique graphic, and I think some unique graphics would help you. Or at least round the edges or put a little shadow on these things, so on the images themselves, so that they look a little more custom. Overall, I wonder if you want to be doing black text on a blue background. This is a little hard to read. It's not so bad for me, but if your target is older folks at all, that's a very low contrast approach. And you might want a plain white background with black text, or something that's higher contrast so it's easier for people to read. You don't want people having to put on their reading glasses constantly if you're marketing to older folks. Now here is a call to action. I missed this one, sign up plus. Now, I'm not sure what the plus means. And you can see the tooltip there, signup.php. You could help your SEO and even your marketing by changing the tooltip to say something useful. Let's see if we can get a tooltip on these other ones. No. And actually, you know, these are a little odd. They don't turn into a hand. You see my cursor isn't changing really? I wonder if you can change that, because they don't look like links. You might even want to underline them. At a minimum, I'd make them bigger. Now, so the next thing I wanted to say is I think you've got too many menu items here. If this is a sales site, then you need to simplify it. This is too much stuff to look at. The whole point of this is that it's easy. So you need to make your case on the home page. It's easy. Here's the benefits. It's cheap. In fact, try the demo now. Wow. And that's kind of it. All this other stuff is good, but it's sort of second and third level, right? It's like, oh, okay, I did all that. I tried the demo. This is impressive. Now I want to know more. At this point, a new arrival coming here, I think I'd be a little lost, especially by the way that these break out to other sites, right? This pops, sorry, not that one, but the sample sites, you know, these pop out into other windows with different navigation. That's confusing and a little scary. So I would try to integrate those a little better. Or if all you're doing is showing examples, then can you just copy and paste this stuff? Like, could you just take a screen grab of this and put it on your own site? I know that's more work, but I think it would be a lot more credibility enhancing than sending somebody away to another site. Because it scares me when I leave the site that I'm on, especially when the color scheme and navigation changes so dramatically. It feels like, oh, this isn't a real company. She's disrupting somebody else. I'm going to go and sign up with them directly, right? You're going to hurt your reseller revenues because you look like a reseller instead of like the owner. I'd rather have you look like the owner. Now the packages, this makes sense. You've got a couple different things. This would make a really nice, you know it's coming, graphic. How about a table, right, that puts this together as a graphic and a big JPEG. Or, I mean, it can be text. Text might be better because it'll help your SEO. But this is a graphic sort of thing. And again, stock photos that are pretty but don't mean a lot. Let's make those more informative and more specific. This highlighting is a little odd. It's just too plain text. And this whole graphic could go right on the home page, maybe as the below the fold information after you do the pitch that I suggested and try the demo. And then you could put that table right here. We've got 3 different packages, you know, and that way if somebody only comes to one page, they go, oh, it's easy, it's cheap, here's the benefits, that's interesting. Oh, and here's a demo, okay, interesting. And, oh, here's 3 different packages, 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, I like this one, right? And they're signing up. That's really the goal here. So I would like to see that focused and pull and get rid of some of these. You don't need all these different menu items, especially when they don't turn into hands. That's odd. I guess they're PHP or something. And then the contact us, that's fine, but this is really cold and impersonal, right? This is not a company I want to do business with. Who are you? Let's see a picture of you. Why do you do this? You're a work-from-home mom, or you have, all these years of experience, or you have a staff of 500 people, something. Give me something here other than this. This is not the sort of company probably even you would want to do business with when their About Us page, there is no About Us page, and all they have is this very impersonal contact form. I know you've got a fun personality and you have a lot of expertise to share. I would pump it up here, make this a little more personal and friendly, and sell people. And in fact, this, along with some of these other links, I would just move down to the footer. I would narrow this down as much as you can and import as much of these external sites onto your own page and your own design so that it doesn't look like you're leaving. Combine some of these together. These online classes is a totally different offering. I think it's great, but it's more of a follow-up sell. So those are examples of how you could move things down to the footer, and had additional information is fine down here in the footer, like they had actually on, look over here, see they have a nice footer here, and I'd suggest you try a similar approach. See down here, plenty of stuff down here, although their gray on black text is certainly something designed by a young developer who does not know about usability, because that's really hard to read. So, and then I wanted to look at your competitor. You gave me this one to look at, internetplanners.com. You see how they've filled up their space a lot more? It looks more professional. The kit is actually integrated into the environment. Some custom graphics, not just text. The font on this is really very small, which I think is kind of a no-no, but it almost all fits above the page, right? And that's something you need to pick your battle. They have a lot of choices, but they're obviously offering a lot more than just the RV Site Builder product. So if we look at that page alone, you're going to see a nice big picture, and again, kind of all in one page, and their call to action is here, view, try it out. I mean, these could be bigger. I could pull this page apart and certainly make it more user-friendly as well. But they're serving a lot of different masters with all of this different navigation, so I guess this is just one of their several products. This kind of graphic is what I'm talking about. See this little 754? There's a little gloss running on the website template. Or this, you need some stuff like this that shows off the product, and I'll bet you could get it from the company that provides the underlying systems to you. So, I hope that's helpful to you, Tanya. I'm doing a lot of nitpicky stuff, but I think those sorts of approaches would really be helpful to you. Think of this more as a sales site. Drive people toward your goal, which is sign up now. Here's our packages. Sign up now. And custom graphics to make it look more pro. And examples of the sites and some custom screenshots that show people what they can achieve so that it looks nice. I know this is a big part of your pitch, this site built in one day. That might be okay as a demo, but for your sales site, I think you could put a little more time and money in it. The idea here isn't to be quick, it's to make some money, right? So I think you could invest a little more time and design in this, and it would convert for you even better. That plus an email list, and I think you'd be on your way. So I hope that's helpful to you, Tanya. And congratulations on being a featured member award winner at MasterMinds, and congratulations on this free website video review. As you know, these go for $149 at least, and I hope that it's helpful to you. So thanks for being part of our community. And anybody else watching this later on YouTube or anywhere else, well, come on over to easybuildyourownwebsite.com. The services here are great, and Tanya is an excellent person to work with, and I'd recommend that you check it out for yourself at easywebsitebuilder.com. And if you'd like a review like this of your own site, I'd be happy to help you. I'm Scott Fox from clickmillionaires.com, and you can order one of these from expertwebsitereviews.com. Thanks for watching. See you soon online.